What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I
Hey
got
guys.
some awesome people with me since Steele is not here again. Um he's still going through his mental health situation, so he's missing in action. So he's been filling in
What's up, guys?
for
What's up?
Steele.
Back again. Back
What's
again.
up, man?
How
What's
you
up?
doing? How you doing? Nice to be here. How you guys doing?
I'm good, thank you. And
Yes.
how are you doing?
No, I'm lovely. I'm lovely.
This is
Thank
so
you.
super awkward. Why are we acting like we don't know each other?
Now I'm just waiting for the ice to break, bruh, so I can
Yeah.
let loose. You know
Let me break the ice.
what?
Lihle, what's going on? Looking good, man.
Thank you, Randy.
What's going on?
Well, besides school, life's good.
Yeah, I see school stressing you out a lot.
Hey, listen. It's a lot of stress. But yeah,
You should know, Randy. You've been a student before.
That's why I'm not a student anymore. I'm at this work life now.
You're-
Nah.
Count yourself lucky, man.
But I am going back. Okay, I'm not going back to school, but I am going to study again, but online though.
There's a,
Yeah, Shaw Academy is super awesome.
there's a lot of discipline going in behind that. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Especially with the shows going on.
in fact, when I was at River, I was also doing online studying
Yeah.
at UNISA. I was doing IT through
I
UNISA.
remember.
I
Still
remember.
there.
And then I decided that year that no, I can't do this. So then I decided to go back to school and sit behind a desk
Wow.
and do things that way.
That's rough.
That's rough.
Nah, that is rough, man.
Not really.
How's it rough?
It's not
How's it
easy,
rough?
like, to see your check and then
Yeah.
go back to that. Mom, Dad, can I please have,
Hey, hey.
That's why I'm not going back because
Hey.
I love money. Okay, I don't love money. No, it sounds wrong.
Remember
I love
that
money, but I love being able to do things for myself, man. Because I have too much pride. Bro.
independence. It's addictive.
But going back to school does not necessarily mean that you don't get to do other things on the side.
Touche.
For example,
Touche.
at the moment, I'm selling Herbalife, so I do that. And then my brother and I started a business, but we haven't really thought of what we'll be doing. So for now, we just
Oh, wait, what? You started a business, but you don't know what the business is about.
we knew what. I'll explain some other time.
Explain
Easy
now.
questions first, Randy. Easy questions.
No, not now, Rand.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Okay, let's just say for now we're busy with tenders.
Okay.
So that's basically all we're doing now.
BEE vibes.
BE vibes. So that's all we're doing now.
Explains the afro.
I feel like we have a steel version 2 here. You coming with the questions.
Natural woman.
It's the way we like to, man. It's
So
the way we
intense,
like it.
Mr. Steel number 2. Steel 2.0.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Why am I still now?
Because I feel like you're taking on the role of the hard questions. Like you're not waiting like to
Jeez,
break the
Ransom.
Jeez,
Sorry.
like,
I'm sorry.
calm
I'm
down.
sorry.
Woo.
I'm just excited, man.
You missed
'Cause
us, huh?
First of all, let me explain something. You were supposed to be here on the last episode. It was not supposed to be too late. This was supposed to happen last week. But somebody had school stuff to do, so we understand.
It wasn't just school last week, it was business as well. I had 4 tenders that were supposed to be submitted on Friday. So
Sounds huge.
my last
Deadlines,
week
deadlines, man.
was just crazy. So yeah.
That's the way of the world.
Apologies.
That's the way of the world. No apologies.
It's money involved, so I can't
You
exactly.
You know,
Can't exactly
Chase the paper.
Yeah.
Chase the paper. So.
No, I'm a sister. I love what you're doing.
You
I love
always
people
have.
that push and not just. Oh, what is the government gonna do for me? Oh,
Yeah.
get the paper.
You're
Need to be
that's
proactive.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah.
And you have pressure to
Sorry, what?
work. So
Oh. I thought you said I have depression. I was like, what?
nah. You actually look very happy. You look very joyful.
I'm very happy right
You got the Lord inside of you, so
Of course.
Wow.
joy of the Lord.
Of course.
It's always a good thing.
Come on, man.
I'm very happy. Like,
Okay, I thought you were gonna call a scripture.
I'm over the moon. No.
Always smart. Some of us are not on those vibes.
Definitely.
Like I'm in a sunken place.
Why do you
That's what
keep
we
calling
call
it
it
the
now.
sunken? Why you gonna? Is that the name for
Kanye
it?
West made it a thing. Kanye West made it a thing.
You and trends. You
No,
and
it's not a
trends.
trend. It's not a trend. It's not a trend. But us people that go through
There's
you
a
know,
fixed point,
depression.
and there's you are going towards the fixed point. You are following. What is that? It's a you following. There's a you know.
Now, first of all, I'm insulted.
There's a
Okay, that you would
trajectory
even
there.
say that to me. See, you
Okay.
should know me by now, man.
Trend follower.
But like I said, man, Steele's not here because he's got some mental health stuff that he's dealing with. I'm dealing with them too.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go to therapy. But
Now we're all here to
I
support
did
you,
mention
like we
that.
said.
Yeah. I feel like I say that a lot. It's
Yeah.
like a marketing therapy. these
Please,
days.
Rance, I really don't know.
Now, it's okay to say that you're going through
I
things.
really
You
don't
shouldn't
know.
feel bad.
Nah, at first, like, I was ashamed about it, and then there's this other guy who also has a podcast, a friend of mine, Ryan. Ryan, yeah, he's very verbal about his
Is it?
depression, mental health, and all that. So he was telling me, no, bro, that's the problem with us, man. We don't talk, man.
Yeah.
We need to get it out. And he was actually going through something, him and his girl.
Yeah.
So he was dealing with a lot, and he was giving me pointers, and he even recommended me to his therapist. So,
Yeah.
so I'm attending therapy now.
How's that going, if you don't mind us
I
asking?
haven't started yet.
Oh, come on.
It's work, bro.
Come
It's
on.
work.
But you know you gotta put self first, you know?
Our cameraman understands, okay? It's
Nah.
not easy just to just plan your
So
life.
so when did you hear about this therapist, this option that you
2 weeks back,
then you didn't have time?
I still don't have time.
Wait, really, Randy?
Man, I think I'm going to do it after the conference because we have recordings and conference coming up. So it's very hard to plan because as soon as you plan something, they'll be like, oh, no, we need you now. And then you still have to pay
Totally.
if you book, you know. So
Okay.
I'm not trying to do that. So after the boss is
Yeah.
gone,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
only then will I plan my therapy sessions.
No, okay. As long as
But I'm
you
definitely going
you're
to
taking
therapy.
care of self, though.
Yeah, I
It's,
wanna
it's
sit on the
important.
couch and talk to a woman,
No,
tell her my problems.
get active.
Woman.
Get
I can't-
active.
I can't tell the dude my problems, man. It's gonna be awkward in there. Like, yo, man. Like, yeah. Nah.
Get
Lady-
active, bro.
A lady gives that
Yeah.
vibe, man. Like, oh, tell me what's going on. And then you're like,
No.
Then you let it all out.
you let it all out, okay.
And then you have to sit there for hours.
Nah, an hour should be good.
9.
A week. An hour a week. An hour a week.
Oh.
But about that, man,
Yeah.
Lihle, the U student, how often do you deal with people with mental issues?
In fact, I heard that one of our classmates was admitted at St. Mark's. Like, we didn't know that she was there, and she had depression. Like, it's a thing for students.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a thing.
Definitely.
So it happens all the time. All the time. Like, if you go to St. Mark's right now, you find that in most of the wards there, that it's full of students,
Young people.
young people.
Young people.
So depression, anxiety, it's a thing for us.
So is that a sign, like, are we handling things like the right way as youth? What does that
No.
indicate?
No.
No.
What are we doing wrong?
First of all,
Okay, I'm gonna start with you.
the biggest issue I believe that we're facing is our parents tell us we're too young to be stressed and whatnot, which is what leads people to, you know, suicide and all
Yeah.
types of stuff, or doing drugs. I feel like it starts at home. If you build a relationship with your parents
Yeah.
and your kids,
Mm-hmm.
then you have that communication situation that it's easier to deal with things. But then everybody's so close, especially in this generation, and I feel like everybody's on their phones. Like Lihle is always updating her statuses.
She's a girl. Give her a break, dog. Lady do.
It's a female. See, now that's a sexist thing to say. Guys do that too, okay?
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
They
I'm
do.
not here to
Okay,
start
he does
trouble.
it
I'm not here to start any trouble.
Oh, you can't start
I come here in peace.
it. You can't say it, otherwise you're gonna be in trouble, okay?
I think we were talking about the lady.
Exactly. Speaking of lady, have you met her?
Met who?
What?
What are you saying, Randy?
When?
Her.
Who?
No.
How?
No.
Nah.
I haven't. I
Kidding.
haven't. But I know she's there. But I haven't met her.
Seen the pictures.
No. Yes. Yes, I have.
No habla inglés.
First of all, this guy can keep things on the down low.
No
Are you
habla
kidding me?
inglés.
I accidentally found out. The one time I was driving with my brother, we had gone to get ice cream at Windmill, and we're driving back home.
I feel like this is
And
very
I'm like,
descriptive.
that looks like C's car.
Father.
So we stop, and then
Lord
he's like,
help.
yeah,
What
that is
was
C's
it?
car.
It
It was-
a car that looked like mine but wasn't mine.
Oh no, it was C's car. But C was not in the car. Then
Wow.
I think two days later, we
See
went
what
to get
you
ice cream
started.
again.
See what you started.
It was Mrs. Cars again.
C's car again. I'm like, what's going on here?
You like the spot, yeah?
Oh
It-
no.
I'm not gonna
Windmills, your
fight
chill
this.
spot.
I'm not gonna fight this. I'm just gonna keep
As long
quiet.
as he's happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, we're all happy.
Now, I want to meet this girl. Because even Ayanda has met her. Okay.
What?
But you met her by accident, though.
Chest pains.
No, in fact, I have met her.
Chest pains.
I have, right?
I haven't.
You have.
I haven't. I really
Wait,
haven't.
you dropped the bomb last week, okay, on Sam. No, we've been together for 12 months.
Yeah.
That's a year, bruh.
Yeah.
And Lihle hasn't met her?
I have met her. Now that I'm.
She's coming back to her
Yeah.
senses. She's coming back to
Yeah,
her
I
senses.
have met
I'm
her.
sure she is.
I have once.
So do you co-sign the relationship?
It's not something that I go out and like put it out there or like, yeah, okay, it's like this. Nah, it's just there's some
We
parts of
grown
it.
men now.
Yeah, there's some parts of us that would like to keep private. I don't know if it's just me, but that's just how I
Yeah,
like
just
to do
me.
things.
Very terrible at
Yeah, me
exposing
too.
relationships.
Yeah, me too.
They're not meant to be like that though. it's a two-man thing, so you have
If
to.
a female does it, there's something wrong.
Wow.
Something's wrong.
Oh, why?
First of all, girls should always brag. Guys, we
Never.
don't do that. Females should brag.
Wow.
Because they know us, okay? We gonna be out there.
So how and what's your policy on that?
No.
You chilled about your
I.
business.
No, my business is on the down low. You
That's
know
how
that
it should
as
be.
well.
See, it's a family thing. It's not the
I don't
sexist
like
thing,
people
Randy.
in my
You being
business.
So
sexist.
do you
You
know
are being
wait,
sexist.
does he know about your business?
Do you know about my business?
I think I know what I need to know, and I don't know what I don't need to know.
You'll see.
So how many months are you?
How many
Or should
years?
I say years? Whoa.
See, and you thought I was bad.
Randy
You
Andy.
thought I was bad.
This explains why we never see her.
It can't be just no. Objection, you no.
No.
Got it chained up, bro. I'm telling you, man.
No.
It's like, who's Randy? You ain't gonna see no dude, okay? Keep your ass in this house.
Black dude
going
named
nowhere.
Randy.
Ain't going nowhere.
Not really,
Nah,
Randy.
I wouldn't trust
Black
him
men
too, man.
don't let their woman prefer another man.
Nah.
Shame.
See, would you let your girl prefer a dude?
I feel like she's her own person. Why can't you have female friends?
You see?
First of all, I can't have female friends.
Why?
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 Your life mustn't stop because you're dating someone. Life must go on. Come
Yeah.
No,
on.
no. It's nothing like that. I just feel like I like to make my girl feel secure at all times. Because for
Okay.
some odd reason, people think I'm a flirt.
You understand?
Which we need to talk about. I feel like people think I'm a flirt.
Wow.
Usually you've known me for a couple of years.
Yes,
Do
Randy.
you agree
He's
with
a
these
hot
people?
throb.
No.
Thank you.
He's
Not
a
really.
hot throb.
I'm not a flirt.
He's a
No.
ladies' man.
She thinks that I'm actually a flirt. Surprisingly.
I think you just silver
I
tongued.
said I've caught you in instances while flirting.
Wow.
Deny
Okay,
those instances
Randy.
And therefore trying to prove that you are
Okay.
not a flirt. So you flirting.
Randy,
She
is that
did
you?
not believe me. I
Randy,
told her
is
I'm
that
not
you?
flirting. Nah, man, that ain't me.
Oh,
First
okay.
of all, I feel
He's
like I've been
changed.
single for years, okay? I've been
You straight?
on my Jesus, okay? I've been on my Jesus. And Jesus makes me happy, okay? But there will be a time for me
Hmm.
when I'll be out there. That's after therapy now. Because
Yeah,
I
take
need to
your
work
time
on
with that.
myself
Take your
before,
time.
you know, because the next one has to be the one that I, you know.
Yeah.
No pressure, Randy.
Take your
Oh,
time.
there
bro.
is pressure.
You
No,
don't-
there's
you don't
no
rush that
pressure.
process.
You do not rush into
My
marriage.
mom wants grandbabies.
Ah.
Okay.
Marriage is not the goal, though. Like, it's not
Nah,
the
it's
goal.
not the goal.
Yeah.
It's not the goal.
I think, like, pursuit
But-
of self is, like, quite a
But it
profound
would be
thing.
nice to work this journey with someone. I want to have what you have.
What do you mean?
Look at you. Look at you. With your shirt all up. First of all, you should button up, man.
Let's leave
These
me.
girls should not see your
Let's
skin. Okay?
leave me. And
Your
my
girls should
shirt's
not
out of
see.
Please talk to your friends.
Brandy, stop it.
Behave.
Okay, I apologize.
Naughty corner. Okay.
Please, God, I apologize in advance. I always say these things. I don't
Usually
know
before
why.
he says something weird.
I hear Jay's getting married.
Yeah, he is.
I was speaking to him on Monday. He seems very excited.
He is now. Before, yeah, he was very stressed.
I can imagine. Like, marriage is, it's a huge step.
Marriage just wasn't the thing that was stressing you.
What
Yeah,
The
the
whole
other fact.
family
Yeah.
Situation, you know,
Yeah.
that part is the most stressful part. But him and his girl have always been,
Tight.
you know, for years, man. You know, for years.
Mm.
I feel like we need to start, you included, everybody who's been in a relationship for 3 years plus needs to get married. Okay,
Wow.
we
No.
need to start a thing.
No.
No.
I know Jaden is in a relationship for 9 years, bruh.
Wow.
Jaden, I'm calling you out. You need to get married. Okay.
There's nothing
Doc,
wrong with
Doc made
that.
me laugh.
Marriage
he's
is not
like,
the
"Jeez,
goal."
9 years. You're not dating anymore. You're married. As a result, he takes his girl everywhere, which is actually good.
Yeah.
Which is actually good.
9 years.
I
Wow.
can't do that. Though.
I think about marriage and I'm like, whoa.
It's a, daun- it's
She
a
freaks
daunting
out just
thought.
by the mention
Like,
of marriage.
the word M.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
take
no.
offense. I take offense.
No.
Hey, my name starts with an M.
Okay, like,
I actually forgot about that.
but when you speak about a relationship and you start mentioning the word M and you're like, yo, hey,
Here we go again.
hold on.
Yeah, she doesn't say, when she talks about a boyfriend, she doesn't say my man. She says my guy.
Great.
She's like, I
It's
can't
not
say
bad.
M.
It's just that, yo, guys,
No, man.
Why does marriage scare you so much?
Yeah.
like,
Talk to us. What's going on in your mental?
with everything that's happening
Yeah.
in our time, you think about marriage and you're like, yo, do I really want to go and marry someone who'll be doing funny things when we already within the marriage? Never.
I feel like she's in a relationship for years and she's talking about as if it's going to be so different compared to what she has.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit different because
It
you're
will
going to
be
be living with
different.
this person.
It
No,
will be different.
Which is why I'm scared of marriage, because I might kill my wife, man.
What?
Like, this is not a joke. I
Yeah.
might, like, while she's asleep, just smother with the pillow or something.
SAPS.
You see, this is why I
This-
never.
They need to
I
put a
think
tracker
about
on you
marriage
or
and I just
something.
roll my eyes.
The
Bro.
thing is, I love my own personal space, and marriage scares me, man. I'm like, if I marry someone and then I realize I don't want to be with you, and I'm not gonna get a divorce, so I'm gonna live my vows out
How do
till
you
death
wake?
do us part.
How do you wake up not wanting to be with someone if you marry
Not
them?
wake up, you.
It happens. It happens. My grandparents have this friend, and this man, he actually confessed. He said that because he got his wife pregnant, that's the only reason he married her. So he hates his wife. Guys,
First of all,
he
why?
hates his wife.
I'm not laughing.
And
too.
it's quite sad.
It is sad.
No, it's sad.
Like the way you tell it.
Genuine hate.
Like, he hates the whole
So how do you live with someone like that?
They just live together.
Most men
No, they just live together. Like, she's not allowed to sit on the front seat next to him. She must sit at the
why?
back.
That's something you would do.
Yeah,
It's not nice. No, it's not nice.
It's not nice, but the thing is,
How do you grow to hate someone that you said I do?
okay,
to?
I wouldn't hate someone, but
You see, it
But
makes
you're not forced to stay together. We have to understand that. That's why I'm laughing. Like, it's such a ridiculous, like, I don't
But
understand
maybe
it.
they respect their vows in that sense because, first of all, the Bible says the only time you excused to divorce someone
Yeah.
is when the person cheats. Even then, it's not saying you should divorce the person.
Yeah.
It's saying you excuse to if your spouse cheats on you.
So it's just cheating.
I
What
still
about living
think-
a lie?
First of all, that's your fault. Okay, that has nothing to do with marriage.
It has to,
It
like,
contradicts
It
everything that
contradicts
has.
yeah. But what about
No.
living a
All
lie?
the
Because you're
values
saying
and-
that you hate someone, but you're gonna share your home, and
First
why
of
not
all,
just?
you didn't marry this person out of hate. You married them out of love. Sure. So something made you hate this person afterwards.
Wait, this man
Mm.
said, he
Yeah.
said when he was speaking to my grandfather, I only married her because I looked at her and I was like, oh, shame, I pity her.
Okay, that's
Okay,
a dumb reason to
I'm
marry
trying to
someone.
find the positive way of looking at this,
So
So
man.
in
no
my head,
point.
I'm like,
He asked for this.
He's taking
He asked for it.
responsibility.
this guy.
He
how
cares so
can
much
you-
about the community. He just go around marrying people out of pity.
You see, with black families, they force their kids to do things that the kids don't want to do.
Yeah.
How do you, as a parent, force your child to marry someone just because you got them pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh, that's this. Okay, I feel like you keep leaving holes in this whole story. Tell the whole story properly.
It was
because-
quite simple, bruv.
Yeah, because now she keeps adding more information to this, and I'm like,
Yeah, no.
no, I understand your situation. Because I told
Yeah.
myself from a very young age, if I ever got a girl pregnant, I'm marrying her. Okay.
So that's it.
I'm gonna make an honest
Why
woman
does it
out of
have
her.
to be like that? It
Because
does.
no. First of all, I respect her and my child. Number one, I can't have her be a single mother.
Okay.
I can't have her dealing with the pressure of because this whole situation with the
I
child.
understand. I
of,
understand.
No, spend time with your mom. Spend time at your dad's house. Like it's rough, bro. That's rough. Okay.
Okay, so
my
you
my,
you,
da-
you
my
wouldn't
dad
want
died
your
when
kid.
when I was a kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
but even though my mom wasn't a single mother by choice because my dad died,
Yeah.
but I still felt that, man. You know, I don't want my child to experience the same thing.
A broken home. Is it right to even use that word?
First
A
of all,
broken.
This is why I always tell people, you cannot sleep with someone you do not love, because there are consequences to that.
Okay.
If you get a child, if you get a girl pregnant, you better believe you need to step up.
But you
Okay?
trying to tell
Can't
me.
go around making babies. Okay, we need to stop that.
Here's Randy redefining the human reproductive
No,
system.
no.
It's also funny.
Do you know how many celebrities brag about, I got 6 different baby mamas? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell,
Wow.
bruh? You out here. Like, who's going to marry them?
Tenderpreneurs with 6
Yes,
kids.
there are men who are willing to marry women and children.
Yeah.
But you need to understand, most men don't want to.
Wow.
Most men, because they all fear this thing about the baby dad is going to come back in the picture. Every man fears that.
It's a thought. It's a
It's
thought.
a thought. That's why I feared dating because I love children.
Yeah.
I don't want to like get attached to someone's child and then someone decides like I don't want to be with you anymore. Then me and the kid have to part ways and then nah, bro, nah.
Yeah, that's life. You just gotta roll with the punches, though. Like it's not an ideal situation, but you just have
It's
to
not
do what you have to
ideal.
do. But
It's
you
not ideal.
think about it this way: you share a
What
blessing
do
with
you
that
think
person.
as a female? you
Well,
tell us your point of view.
I have a child,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I don't want to say it
I
myself.
don't necessarily agree with what you're saying.
Which part?
The part where you say that you want to respect her. You can still respect her, but give her space. Having a child with someone does not necessarily mean that you have to get married to them.
Yeah.
No.
No, I agree with you. But first of all, why are people sleeping together if they're not in a relationship?
What do you mean they are in a relationship?
That's exactly why
Exactly.
you end up in hate marriages,
But
Randy.
because things don't work out, relationships
Yeah, you can't force
sometimes
a relationship
relationships
just
don't
because of
work
a
out.
child.
And you can't force a relationship. Yeah, like MC said, you can't force a relationship because of a child. Sometimes you just you can get into very toxic relationships,
True.
and you stay there because of the child. You end up being unhappy, and then you end up being depressed.
Mm.
End up committing suicide. So you have things like that happening. So rather part ways while things are still good between the two of you
Yeah,
for the sake of the child.
yeah.
Yo, man.
Sometimes
is
things
rough.
doesn't like they don't have to end badly for you to.
No,
Sometimes you can stop it
to
before.
open your eyes.
Okay, maybe I'm explaining this wrong because I'm always explaining things from my point of view because I
Can I try and say what you're trying to like? If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. You coming from the point of view, whereas you want to take responsibility and you don't want your person or the mother of your child having to worry about, like, you know, you want to be there to provide.
that too, but at the same time, like if I'm gonna sleep with you,
It's like,
clearly
yeah,
I'm serious about you.
yeah,
Okay, and if I get you pregnant, I need to prove that, man. But listen, just because you're pregnant, that does not mean that we
yeah,
don't have to work out.
yeah. But you understand that life is like forever
No, I
changing thing.
understand.
There's never a constant. If there's anything constant, is change. So
But
you can't bank
to
on
me,
the
a
fact
child is
that
just my
that's one
motivation.
person that you're with now is always going to be that one person. That's why commitment is so hard, because you always just have to be adjusting to this different type of person every year or whatever phase that they are in their lives.
Can I ask you an uncomfortable question?
Of course, go ahead.
The guy that you're with is your baby daddy, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, the reason why I'm saying good is, if you said it's not that guy, because I want to ask now, if you split with the person that you have a baby with,
Okay.
how does the whole custody situation work out? Who gets to keep the child? Because now I would want to keep the
I
child.
keep my
okay?
child with the hair.
You see, that's where the problem lies.
No, but
Ain't no way, bro.
no, Randy, we share custody. We'll share custody. But I don't want to even think about that right now.
You shouldn't. But
How?
me personally, like if we're gonna split ways, my child.
No, you need to think about the child as well, what the child wants.
What if
Because
your kid wants to stay with your significant other?
Very unlikely. Okay, I'm a loving father.
the chances are the child will want both mother
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
father.
Marriage.
So you share the
Okay,
responsibility.
how? It's 7 days in a week.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the merits. Like
Who
on
gets
the
to keep
merits
them
of
for
the
4 days?
situation. Like, for example, let's say you're employed and your spouse isn't. I think it's quite easy to decipher, like where one also if they like live in a conducive environment to raise a kid and all those types of things. So you have to take all those things into consideration. Sometimes you might want the kid to live with you. You might be able to give them the best whatever, but you might find that you don't have the time to be there, so they'll spend time with the help or
That's an
something.
excellent point.
So that's where the mom, like the mother, comes in now. They have the time to take care of the child and everything. So that's why I'm saying it depends on the merits of the situation.
True.
Lihle's a good mother.
Yeah,
I see this from pictures.
she's well
Yeah,
balanced.
I
she's
take
well
good
balanced.
care of
Yeah.
my
I feel like she
kid.
broke
She's
us
well
again.
balanced.
Yeah, guys.
About that, I want to ask this question. Why do people do that?
Why do we?
Broadcast.
You
their
share
kid.
your joy with everyone. If you don't want to see it, then
Doesn't it scare you that because in our country we have this thing of child napping?
at some point it did worry me, and I actually stopped posting his pictures. I removed all his pictures on my Instagram, and I think I made my Instagram private, just because I just wanted to keep him a bit safe from
Because
everyone.
that scared me too.
Yeah, I know.
I have a little brother. Okay,
Mm.
that scared me.
I don't even take him anywhere. He stays in the house.
No,
Like the only place he'll go to is like your house or something. Then back
and the
into the
zoo,
house.
and we took him to the zoo. I mean the SPCA one time. Yeah,
Took him to the SPCA.
yeah, to see dogs. He was scared of dogs, so we had to
What?
get him.
So
like,
you took him to the one place where you might
we
have a
tried
heart
to help
attack.
him get over the fear, like, and he actually liked it.
He came back and he was like,
I want a dog.
yeah, he wants a dog now.
See,
Like he really likes dogs.
progress. See, but he's a good kid though. I love him. He's got like
He's
so
an
much
awesome kid.
energy and life.
I think that's why I have this glow. It's because of him.
Okay. Yeah. Let's say it's because of the kid.
Yeah, it's because of the kid.
I don't like
Randy.
Randy.
So why did you stop modeling?
I stopped modeling because most of the competitions that I was entering have this. One of the requirements is that you don't have a child. So I had to stop. So that's the only. I still, in fact, after I gave birth, I still went back to the runway. I did a bit of modeling afterwards as well.
Yeah.
And then I just decided, let me just focus on school because it was taking up a lot of time.
Okay, what type of modeling were you doing?
I was doing runway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know what runway is, can you explain that?
Runway is when you model clothes for
Catwalk.
for like I did it for what's the store? Mr. Price.
Really?
Yes.
That's positive.
So yeah, I model for Mr. Price, and then yeah, it's pretty much
The profile,
the profile.
modeling profile.
I'm trying to understand now.
Yeah.
If you're modeling clothes,
Uh-huh.
why do they need a requirement?
No, I was doing
It's a weird
competitions
concept
before.
also. Like,
So then
doesn't sit well with me.
I always wanted, like as a kid, I always wanted to enter Miss South Africa. Like it was my thing. Like I always
Why?
thought, I don't know.
I hate that.
I think it's every girl's
It's
like,
every
dream.
girl's dream.
The tiara, the princess.
And then I
thing,
got to
the
enter
dress.
Miss. Yeah, I got to enter Miss Sundown Village. No, it's not Sundown Village. Sundown, the team.
Yeah. Soccer
Sundown.
They
team.
told me about
Yes.
Yeah.
So I made it as one of the semi-finalists in the Eastern Cape, and then your competition was hectic because there were girls that high-profile girls that are from Joburg and everything. They were there as well.
Yeah.
So then it was then when I stopped, and then I went into runway. So yeah.
I think that's a.
Because Lihle, even though she has a child, like, she's-
Never say
I think she
anything.
shouldn't have
there's
stopped.
nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I don't see why she had to
I
I'd
stop.
also
probably
don't
go
understand.
back. I'd probably go back
You should do
Yeah.
that.
as a catalog model, as in.
As
yeah.
long as there's a camera and there's a runway, I think you should just get to it.
Who knows?
What are the biggest pressures that you ever faced as a model?
I don't have any.
Really?
None.
That's an odd response.
None.
I was not expecting that.
Because I hear so many stories, man.
I feel like once you listen to what other people have to say,
Yeah.
then you start feeding yourself with all the things that they're saying.
Yeah.
So if you go there with a set mind, then nothing will stop
So
you.
block
I
out
like that.
everything.
So
Block out
that I was
everything.
literally like the time I was doing Miss Sundowns and the girls were like, "Oh, my bum's too small. Oh, I've got cellulite. Oh, my tummy's a bit too big." And I'm like, guys, just relax and do your thing. You're already here. What are you gonna
Remember
change?
when I said last week I don't understand women?
Yeah, pretty
like,
much.
what
Yeah.
are you going to change? You're already here. What could you possibly change?
I still don't
So
understand.
just
Nothing.
do your thing. If you go through, you go through. If you don't, you don't.
Brilliant.
So that's all. That has always been my thing. So yeah.
I respect that, man.
Yeah.
I respect that. Yeah, because I want to do this modeling thing one day.
You want a model? Excuse me.
Nah.
What?
I want to model clothes, man.
There's nothing wrong.
Blueprint
always do
merchandise or what? What?
Okay, I don't have to. Right now, I'm
Like, show
rocking
them the
Blueprint,
t-shirt, right?
Okay, I
Show
am a
them-
blueprint model. Okay,
Show them
'Cause
the
I wear
t-shirt.
blueprint every day.
I
We
like
want
the
to see the
t-shirt.
t-shirt, man.
This t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the hats and everything.
What colors do they come in?
Blueprint sessions. Cheese are coming out. They'll be out by next week. So
Yeah.
hit me in the DMs for your orders.
What colors do they come
Um,
in?
A white and black.
White and black. Oh, okay. That's nice. Very simple.
But these come in a lot of colors, man.
Yeah.
I've met so many of these.
Nah,
So
that's
if you
good.
I
want,
like it. I think I want one of them.
Yeah. I should get my hands on
she
it.
should be a blueprint
Do you
model.
guys have caps?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I wear
I
them all
want-
the time.
I want a
I
cap
don't
as
know
well.
why.
He's not
Like,
wearing one
uh,
Where are
today.
you gonna wear it?
Hey, look. I always plait my hair. It's just that today, hey.
Nah, she had to let the fro go.
Nah, I like it.
Nah, I
Thanks,
told her
Randy.
to.
I, me, honestly, I prefer natural.
You're not the weave guy or
We see you. We see you.
the sisters. The sisters holding it
The
down.
Afro sisters.
That's original, bro. Back to the
Y'all,
motherland.
y'all keep that vibe going. Man.
Yeah.
That's what we need to see more often. Me personally, I always tell, especially a woman that I'm dating, oh my god, like we argue all the time. As soon as you put on
Why do you
anything on
describe your
head,
relationship to be such a, I
He's
don't know,
always hated women. Like for the longest
can it
time.
not be happy and just peaceful?
nah, I'm never
Like
happy.
that's all we talk about. A
No.
girl that wears a wig. Oh,
No.
a girl with ugly feet. Oh,
No. Never mind the wig. The wig
Okay.
is just the last straw. Anything that you do on your hair, that's not your hair. I spaz out.
What
man.
about cornrows?
Don't
Because
ask
I
me.
think that looks nice. Like, you know, cornrows.
but Randy,
Like
I
the
we need to
straight-
remember that we also need to grow our hair. So in order for us to grow our hair,
At most
we need
braids work.
we need to braid them.
I think you need
Braid,
to be
I can
patient
put
and
up with it.
understanding.
Nah, I don't have that. I have patience in important areas.
Yeah.
But things like extensions, hair, and
Exactly
makeup,
my
and-
point.
Nah,
Remember what
bruh.
Tuli said last week. She needs, like, you can't change your partner. You found them that way.
Okay.
You need to take them that
Truly
way.
needs to listen to her.
No.
Because what she was saying.
What do you
she
mean?
was
I
saying
think I found it.
if she gains weight, her partner can't say, nah, she must lose weight. What the hell? Am I supposed to leave my partner to die with diabetes? Like, what the hell, bruh? Come on, man. Come on.
I'm not
So
laughing.
now she must lose a foot because I can't say anything.
But Randy, you're gonna say it nicely. You're not gonna
I'm
say,
done
I
with
think you're fat. Lose weight.
Okay,
You'll
I'm
tell
not gonna
her.
say it. Like, I think
You
you're
can
fat.
like you can
Hey, babe, let's go to the gym.
yeah, like things like but let's
That
go
will
to
be the
gym.
biggest fight of
Aibu.
your life. Let's go to gym
Let's.
randomly.
I'm not saying she must. I'm saying let's.
You might as well start war.
You guys are ridiculous.
Let's go to
Nah,
gym randomly.
I'm quite heartless, man.
No.
I think this is one
No.
of the things that I need to work on in therapy. 'cause
Yeah.
Yo, man.
Your approach,
No.
man.
Yo, my approach is a lot.
Yo, work on it. If you intend to have a happy relationship. Yeah. You
The
thought
last
about
girl I
it.
was with, yo, she had it bad, bro. She had it bad.
Apologies to the lady. Apologies to the lady.
Shame. Poor
Do you want
girl.
to talk about it?
I broke her down, man.
Ah.
Okay, not like that.
No, Randy.
Nah. The thing is, she likes things, man. You know.
What happened?
And when I met her, she was natural. You know, she was mostly natural at that time. So, yeah, we kicked it. Next thing, when we were in a relationship, all these things started coming out. And then I'm like, okay, so you decided to paint your toenails today.
So she
Okay.
can't paint her toenails.
No, she can't.
I.
Listen.
Okay, carry on.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
So we get the point. It
How-
started
how-
small.
how-
It
how
started
did they-
small.
Yeah.
And then what next?
The thing is, women always visual compliments. I never gave it to her. Like, I was like, how do you like them? I like the feet the way they were, but I'm not gonna lie to her. Okay, I need to be honest.
Randy,
We in a
what is your
relationship.
ideal partner? I'd like to ask. Like, I don't understand.
See how Lihle is?
I've got
she
painted
needs to be
nails.
like that.
Toenails.
No, she doesn't. See,
So,
clean, no
so-
fake nails, nothing. This is the kind of woman that I'd rather be.
okay,
Woman that is just purely happy with who she is
okay.
and does not feel
Someone
she needs
that's
to
sure of
edify
themselves.
herself. Okay, I know you're gonna feel a little insulted right now. Okay, I know you're happy with yourself.
It was a metaphor.
Not every girl feels as beautiful as you.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very insecure.
But what if she wanted to look pretty for you?
See, who says she's not pretty? Who says she's not pretty?
perspective.
Because
Randy,
Randy,
perspective.
you are not complimenting her, are you? Are you?
I am.
If you love someone, that's what I was
I
saying. Are
compliment.
you willing to love them in all their phases? Like, you can't say to someone, okay, no, don't do that. It doesn't.
Listen, if I decide to wear cut-out flip-flops every day, you're gonna say something, are
That's
you not?
odd.
Obviously.
See, why can they say things to us?
But it's painting toenails, like aesthetic, simple things, Randy.
No, it's
That's why
not
I'm saying you
simple.
need to be understanding and
Simple.
patient.
What if she sees you looking at other girls with these painted toenails or nails with the hair.
Clearly, if I was looking at
No,
him, I was
listen.
probably judging him.
Listen, Rand. You see, now she can't tell if you're judging or not. In her head, she's like, yo, Randy,
Yo,
I need to up my game.
yo.
And then she goes,
Oh, she's
Hey.
sadly mistaken.
nails. It
No, but
happens.
perspective, she's right though.
Speak to her. Get to know what's going on in her head. Because you never know what's going on in her head. In your mind, you're thinking, oh, she likes things.
I'm glad we always have a female because I feel like we'd never get anywhere. It would always just be a debate. And it's good that like there's someone that agrees with me. Like, thank
So
you, Lihle.
you let your girl do whatever.
Just like anyone, I don't try control anyone.
Wait, is there anything that's a no-no to you when it comes to females?
I think it's just based down to your moral principles and just how you do things as a
So to
person.
you, it's just behavior.
Yeah. Like I'm attracted to like besides obviously it's like
She has to be.
not beauty, no, it's not physical thing.
Huh?
Like it's deeper than that, man.
I am the because of her.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go.
You know our friend, man. You know our friend.
It's not just about the face and nah. It's more
what's
than that.
inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if she didn't look the way she looks?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Like you can't say like I think that's an
She
invalid
still-
question.
she still
It's
has
like
the
why are
same
you attracted to the
personality.
people you're attracted to?
No. You say you're not attracted to the physical, right?
Yeah.
So I'm asking if she still had the same personality and she looked like Jeepers Creepers, would you still date?
No, I don't think I date her because that's not my ideal vision of someone. If I'm dating you, there's a reason with you. It's not just obviously just one aspect I'm looking at. I'm looking at from a holistic view. Like
Yes, I hear you, but when you said that, but looks don't matter.
obviously you can't look at it in an isolated way like that. Obviously, I'm not gonna look at one time. It's just like okay, if someone likes to go to school compared to someone that doesn't go to school, I date girls that are educated. That's a weird way to look at it. You see, you could never really say that. It's not just about one aspect. That's what I'm trying to say.
I saw this this other post that I reposted on my wall.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if you saw it. The guy who was in a coma, he was in the army.
Oh yeah,
and then his girl stayed. His
I
wife
saw
was-
that
yo,
post.
She was exercising with him and
Yeah.
doing everything with him. She stayed with man. That one was beautiful. And then I made a joke.
I don't believe that, but okay.
Obviously, you're gonna say that because you got a black girl. Okay.
What? What did you
Lihle.
just say?
I don't believe that.
Lihle, if
I think
your
it's from a
if your
movie.
boyfriend, no, got some injury. Let's say he gets into a car accident and is paralyzed, can't talk, can't do jack. Like literally can't do jack.
Who says he can't? He won't be able to do.
The thing is, he was in a coma.
He can't recover
guy
like
is in a
100%.
Okay. The doctor says he wasn't gonna recover,
Not 100% at least.
or at least not 100%.
What would I do?
What
Yeah.
would you do in that situation?
Like 65% recovery. Right?
Just remember, your boyfriend might be watching this.
It would be a bum, right? I'd probably stay with him.
Probably.
Probably.
That's a
I'd-
very honest response.
I probably would.
I like listening to what people have to
I
say.
probably would.
Probably would. What does probably-
would,
Probably is I would.
I
Let me
would.
not say probably. Let me just cut probably out. I would stay with him.
Okay, thank you.
Why? Because when we met, I fell in love with the person that he is inside, despite his physical features.
Ding.
we're
So,
not
I
gonna
told
get
you.
into his physical features. It's not our
Kaloku.
department.
Kaloku, he was walking, he was doing everything. Now he's not walking, just lying in bed. So I love him.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
detailed.
I said it's paradise.
It's uncomfortable.
No, but I like the conversation. But anyway, yeah,
But yeah.
I don't laugh, man.
that poster is not real. I still don't believe it.
Nah,
I
most black
think-
women wouldn't do that.
But we do like relationships differently as like cultural differences. So
We got it together, okay? So our answers obviously are going to be way better than what most people
yeah,
outside think. Because most people don't even stay if a person loses their job. So do you think if a person loses
I would stay.
physicality, you think someone would stay? No. But there is this one guy, forgot
Who was
what
it?
nationality he is. And Nick Vujicic.
What?
That's a very weird last name. I'm not sure if you
He
know.
has a book. I forgot his name as
What
well.
book is that?
The guy with the really pretty wife.
Yeah, but
He's got no limbs.
He's got
No, I know that guy.
no arms. He just
Yeah.
has one foot.
Yeah, like a motivational speaker type of vibes.
Yes, I forgot his
Yeah.
name.
That guy has the greatest personality, bro.
Yeah.
Which is actually amazing.
Yeah, it makes you feel like a nut, bro,
Right, his
for
wife is beautiful,
taking
man.
everything for granted. Makes you feel like so small. Like, I think that's a good way to look at life.
And that
Like,
really
we always
motivates people.
close ourselves off and think, oh no, I'm in this
He
situation.
teases himself too. He's like, I'm like this, whatever. And then he starts motivating people like, okay, so I'm like this. So why aren't you doing the things you're supposed to be doing with your two arms and your two legs?
Yeah,
And then obviously you're gonna sit there and feel dumb because
exactly.
look at him.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's like quarter of a human being, bro, and he's got it all, bro.
I think he's just appealing to the competitive nature and just challenging you rather than beating you down. It's
His
a
drums and
it's a
everything.
different way of doing it, but I think it's a good way of motivating. Like, it's in front of you. There's nothing that speaks more than facts. Like, look at him, look at you.
Exactly. No, I love that guy, man.
Yeah.
And I love his wife for the fact that she was able to marry a guy like.
Yeah.
Because it's not like this guy lost things after he was whole.
Yeah.
He was never whole.
Yeah,
So for her to even say yes to him
yeah.
while he's like that is amazing. We
All
need to
about
see that
what's
in our sisters
inside.
again.
What's inside?
Yeah, we need to see more stories like that of our sisters. Okay.
You guys are just.
I
not
think there
looking.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
just don't know
Yeah.
about them because they keep them on the down low.
Like Michelle and Obama.
That's fine.
They've been together like forever. So,
Yeah, I don't understand that situation.
like, a political marriage is not easy to. It's not easy at all.
Because I never know if you guys truly love each other or if it's a political.
What happens
marriage.
behind closed doors?
Exactly.
I think they really did love each other.
They really did.
Exactly.
And no, in fact,
that's what I
they
call
really
it.
do love each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
they
remember that
Don't seem
incident
so
where
sure.
Obama was in South Africa for some
Come on.
event, and then he was talking to some lady on the side, and then in the next frame of the picture, Obama was sitting on the opposite side, the lady was on that side. What do you have to say about that?
Ask her. You can
There
speak
goes
to
the black woman. There goes the black woman.
I got it. I got the concerned woman.
No, guys.
Xhosa woman
You
in
can
her door.
just because you're in a relationship with someone does not mean that you cannot speak to someone else.
Nah, he was a little too friendly.
Yeah,
I-
he was.
were
He was
you
too
there?
familiar. though.
Listen,
He was
were
too
you there?
familiar.
Successful black women love
I-
white women.
No.
Bro,
You cannot be
No.
a
it
successful
was
black
happening
man without a
live,
white
even
lady
live
next
in
to
front
you.
of the whole
No,
stadium.
you guys, it really wasn't that deep.
It was that.
No,
So why
it
did they
wasn't.
move
So-
seats? Why did they move seats?
Maybe she went to the bathroom or the wife went to the bathroom and they.
Please pull
it
up that
happens.
picture and show them, bro. Please find a way. I don't know
Guys,
if you can.
honestly, it's
Yeah, we're
really
gonna
not
put it
that
up
deep.
again. I'm gonna give
Please,
it to him.
we need to get some insight on that. He moves from one side to the other. You want to tell
What
me?
if
It's just
Michelle-
Love these
coincidence.
white girls. Okay.
What if Michelle went to the bathroom and he wanted to speak to her, so he moved to her to the wife's
Why
seat?
did you wait till his wife is gone to speak to her?
How do you know they weren't speaking before?
It doesn't
But
make
guys,
sense.
they kept on moving the camera, so you don't know what was happening.
think body
What
language
if she
speaks.
was? What if Michelle was speaking to the lady, and then she was like, "Oh, Barrack, tell her what I mean."
Like, oh yeah, my
And then
husband
Barack was
really
like-
digs you. I'm gonna go to the bathroom so you guys
Barack
can talk.
Obama was being too familiar with the lady. Period.
No, guys,
Successful
it's
black
really
men
not
are
that
known
deep.
for hooking up white girls. Okay,
Aish.
we love these white women.
I think
But,
you guys
eh.
just
I'm gonna ignore that.
you overthink things.
Yeah, we just need to.
Wait
calm
till I'm successful. Okay, hey,
down. What?
you gonna see me with these white girls. Okay,
You
What?
see, well, you
brunettes
see,
and everything.
now you saying it. Obviously, when we see you speaking to a girl, a white girl, we're gonna say, "Ah, he said it."
I think you're gonna end up in prison.
Listen, man.
You already said you're gonna kill your partner, so
At work, I'm known. Okay, I'm
So
known.
Randy, no.
I need to speak about objectification for a minute.
Yeah.
How often do you get objectified?
Jeez.
The fact that she has to think. It's really
Why
bad.
don't you ask me, Randy?
It's a lot. Like, to a
Okay.
point where it's annoying at
ask.
times. And you're like, come on. Really? Are
Let's-
you really doing this? I know.
Why can't a man shoot his shot?
Hey, that's deep.
Because a man does not let you take it.
I think there's a way
Approach.
to, there are, like,
The
What
way
is a good approach? Because I feel like every woman always says a guy is approaching one.
don't
What
tell
is
me
a
you want
good
to be my
approach?
friend. I don't want to be friends with you. Do I look like I need friends? More friends?
If he says yes.
No, I don't need more friends. Like, most of the guys that approach me will say, yeah.
It's because, what do you say? Hey, I want to be your boyfriend. You can't say that. So
Obviously,
you start with the
you
friends.
can't. But I feel like you guys need to be more creative.
wow.
It's getting old.
So basically, they're just dull attempts.
First of all, I don't have the problem.
You
but
hear a
let's
guy,
talk-
like, he'll say, hey, my sister,
Oh,
I've seen you around.
wow.
And then
Wow.
they'll speak for the next 2 minutes, and you're like, I'm really in a rush. I need to go now.
The fact that you gave
What are
him
you
2
saying?
minutes.
And then
I
he's
hate
gonna
stopping
say,
women in the first place.
exactly, why are you
It's the
stopping
worst
me?
thing.
There's this one guy on campus. I don't know what his problem is. Every time I leave campus, he'll park next to my car, and he'll be like, that number, Kaloko. And I'm like, I said no yesterday. So what makes you think I'm gonna say yes today?
He's relentless. He's a
Every-
warrior.
I swear he finds where my car is, and he parks there, and he waits for me to come out.
He's a warrior.
That sounds a little
That's-
harassy.
Do you know that the other time?
But has he done anything though?
No, listen to this. The other time I went to the Transkei,
Yeah.
and on Monday, as I'm walking to my car, I see him coming, so I walk really fast. And I get to the car, and he runs after me. And then eventually, by the time I got into the car, he was there. So then he's like, weren't you in the Transkei on Saturday? And I'm like, hey, boo. I'm like, no, I can't remember. Then he's like, oh, okay. La namba kaloko. I'm like, no,
Yo, man.
it's not happening.
Shoot your shot,
No,
bro.
but I hate it.
No, that's just
No, I
awful.
hate it.
That's awful.
Listen, man.
That's
like,
awful.
Personally, I don't have a problem with guys like approaching me. My only problem was like within this situation. When a man cannot take no, like, leave alone, man.
Yeah.
Leave alone.
Yeah.
We get it. Not every woman's gonna be interested in you. Okay. As much as you dig it, just get over it.
Yeah.
Be a man. Walk away.
Yeah.
True.
If she feels you later on, she'll let you know. But for the most of it, leave it alone. Because it's so easy to catch a case now. Okay. It's 2018. There's this Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Man, the trash movement.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
There's a lot of movements going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
Time's
lot.
Up movement. Right? We cannot keep messing up, man.
No,
The
no.
world is ending movement. What you think about that?
That one can wait, bro.
Okay.
I have not made it yet. Okay. Jesus cannot come back.
You still not done yet.
No.
Not
We
done
talk.
with this life thing.
We talk every day. I tell them you better not come back today, man. Cause hey, I
Time
need
is
to flourish
ticking, bro.
first.
Time
Okay.
is ticking, bro.
What stories am I gonna tell in heaven? Okay, like yeah, Jesus came in my time, but yeah, he came while I was still
I
trying to
have
make
done
it.
that.
I'm like, no. I didn't talk about things that I've done, man.
Yeah.
At least say I've impacted, you know.
What if you have impacted someone and you just don't know about it?
Yeah.
No, I impact people, no doubt.
Then
Yeah.
I
you've
do not
done
doubt
something.
No, man.
But to
But
you,
I
it
don't-
feels small. But to the other person, it's like.
I know heaven rejoices over one person. That's great for them. But I'm talking about me now. Okay.
Hey, we too.
I need to feel good about myself.
God's
When
like,
we all chilling in heaven, you know,
Yeah.
cloud surfing and everything, we need to tell these stories.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I was speaking to a multitude of people, thousands, man.
Mm.
Yo, all later or whatever. You need to tell those stories. Okay.
we
If
got
you go there and be
all-
like, yeah, I gave a homeless man a sandwich.
If I could get in heaven like underrated, like under the radar, I'd probably be that guy. Slip in, quiet, nobody noticed.
Yeah, you definitely would.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nah. Jesus gonna know, man. Me and Jesus gonna be besties, bro. In heaven, we're gonna be besties.
Alrighty.
We both gonna ride that white horse. Okay?
Wow.
Okay, because I love horses.
Yeah.
Let's.
We're on
I want to
objectification.
own a farm, bro,
A farm.
with horses.
Wow. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. That's
That
all I'll
I'm not
say.
gonna do. I just want to own the horses. Okay. What the other people do to maintain it, that's their baby. I just
Wow.
want to own horses so I can ride them. You know what I mean?
Have you ever been on a horse?
I've been actually. But the weird thing is,
Are you
today, people. Oh,
I can't imagine Randy on a horse.
see, this is what you need to talk about, man. Because today, people confessed to me. They said the first time they met me, like what Ayan and Justin, all these guys, they were telling me. Apparently, the first time they met me, they thought that I was the whitest. What? I was the whitest black guy they've ever met.
Come out with it.
And I'm like, what? You thought that about me? I'm like, come on, man.
I didn't understand.
Okay.
You think I'm
Randy.
white?
I think you're black.
Thank you.
Nah, no, I'm black. But do you think I have white tendencies like that?
What are white tendencies?
No, like, okay, yeah, I get the
What
the
are white
loving
tendencies?
white girls and the horse riding.
Yeah.
But that's the whitest thing I probably do, man. Everything else is super black, man.
No, I don't. No.
Doesn't make sense. No, Randy.
I don't
I've
shop
always
at
seen
Mr.
Randy as
Price.
Randy.
Randy, no
Like-
color.
Yeah, I
That
don't
Randy.
eat salad.
What?
Yeah, they about that life. Uncle Mark, what are the things y'all guys like so much? They love juice too. Okay, that I love. Yeah, I don't like acid drinks. No, white people love juice, man. I hate acid, man. Like it just makes me feel. Oh.
Someone talked about milk. Someone told me that like
Oh yeah, they drink milk, bro.
yeah, wasn't
They
it you
drink
guys? It
milk.
was you and Tuli last
Yeah.
week. You wake up and drink milk.
Bruh, man, I used to sleep over in my white friend's house. Like I've picked up a lot of things that, cause I thought it was normal.
Yeah.
I tried that at
Or the
home.
dogs in the house
Boy,
policy.
taking
What
my
do you
ass
think
whooped,
about
huh?
that? Dogs in the house policy.
You should tell us that.
Yo, bruh.
Your dogs
I tried that out with my puppy.
in the house.
One day, bruh, I told myself I'm never doing that again.
His dogs.
Let's not talk about my dog.
MC's dogs.
They
Let
live
me
in the
tell
house.
you. When MC's mom is not around. Yay.
Cuddles with these dogs.
They everywhere in the house.
Dogs don't come in my house, bro. I always fight the policy. It's just my sister. She doesn't listen.
Listen,
You know how
they-
these young ones don't
They
listen.
climb on the beds and I'm like, yay, this
What?
thing.
No, no. Fabricated.
Not at all.
Fabricated.
Not at all.
Those are the kind of things that are gonna get you in trouble with your girl, bro. Cause your girl's gonna come to your place, and then she's gonna see the hair there. So be like, whose hair is this? Okay, you can be like, nah, it's the dog. Nah, bro. You know how black women are.
Nah. His dogs are too tiny for that.
My dogs are not wolves, bro.
They
They
are
don't
very.
have long
Yeah,
hair.
my dogs are very
They,
hairy.
yeah, no.
My dogs are very hairy.
These are really tiny
But
But
dogs.
it's okay. We forgive you, Randy. We forgive you. Are you into like pets or anything? Is that part
Just
of your
dogs, bro.
plans?
Just dogs.
Is that why you have 100 dogs outside?
I do not have 100 dogs. I have 2 dogs and 1 puppy. Okay.
That's
You
100.
should go
to
running
me.
with your dogs. Go running with your dogs. You take your dogs for a walk.
See, now that's a white thing. White people do that. We just keep them so we can keep people out our yards, okay? We don't really talk to our dogs.
So you just use your dogs, Randy.
Yes, I do.
Wow.
I'm not ashamed to say that.
Are
But I
you
like
a-
dogs, though. Like, I do chill with my puppies at times.
No, you should. I'd like to like
not for
always
too
think
long.
of my dogs as like friends or something. Like I remember at some point, like you mentioned, I lived on a
If you have a
farm.
girlfriend now, you
And
can
it's not
stop
even a
doing
black
things
or
like
white thing. It's just loving your dog.
Yeah,
that. No.
I had four bull bulls at one point. Like they were all like
Yeah, those are friends. Those are dogs you cannot befriend.
they were very
I
nice
was-
dogs. They were disciplined.
I was
Oscar,
very-
we've never had any
No,
problems with
listen,
them.
but
This one freaked out, and my dogs are very friendly. Okay, she freaked out.
I
when
don't-
she saw my dogs.
I'm scared of dogs. Even his dogs. At first, I was like, yo, cheers. But remember at the farm, I never used to get out the car. My dad used to park next to the door and I'd run into the house.
But that doesn't work though. Like you on a farm, so you're gonna stay in the house the whole time.
Hey, it has
Doesn't make
dogs.
sense. That's my cousin for you.
It took me 6 months to get used to his dogs.
They were big though. To be fair, they were huge.
And they
I'd,
used
I'd be scared for my sister because she was so small at the time, and there's like when she was standing, those dogs would be so much bigger than her. So, But they were well trained, like I said. Like you
Yes,
think
they
of
were.
dogs like as your extension of family. So if you teach them from a young age how to do things and not like
See, this is when the blackness in me comes out. We ain't family, bruh. We ain't family. Because it's going to come to things like food. That's when we're going to have to distinguish who's the pet and who's the human being. Okay.
okay, I don't
I
feel
cannot eat a steak and you eat a steak. Okay? It ain't gonna happen.
I don't take it that far, bro. Like
I'll share the steak bones with you.
bone meal and that type of stuff, and
Hey,
you know,
Randy. Why
like
would you-
usually you go hunting and you'll have whatever left over, and you'll just
Again, that's
you
the
know,
white thing, bro.
ah,
Why
come
am I
on.
hunting?
I don't really think it's being white.
The
or
dog
black.
works,
It's
so
just
give it something.
But you know, we
you
never
just
grew
share
up
it
like
with your
that.
dog.
I grew up in the hood, man. Okay, we don't do things like that.
Wow.
We don't go hunting.
There's
I
your
don't
hood
even go
mentality.
fishing. like personally, I don't mind people that do things like that. But I'm just saying, I never grew up like that.
That's why you need to
I have
go.
friends
I think,
that do
I think
that.
you need to go out to the
But I'm always
country
like,
more.
Nah, leave me.
You should go to the farm and
Yeah,
see.
you should come to the country.
Nah, his
It'll
farm seems
change your
really bougie.
perspective.
I've been to the farms.
Have you?
Yeah, but I don't go back
Why? Are you scared?
anymore. Nah,
No, he
too
had a
grown up
giraffe there once.
at your farm.
No, it was an ostrich, man.
Sorry, it was an ostrich.
Ostrich.
My
Your
bad.
farm is bougie. You
My
don't have
bad.
those.
It was an ostrich. Yo, that thing.
It's still there. There's two.
You cannot get out the car when that thing is around.
Nah, I'm scared of ostriches. Man. They're very scary birds.
Is
Okay.
Yeah.
it still around?
There's
I
two.
think
There's
it
still,
is.
and I think they laid an egg or whatever they call it when they're reproducing. They're still
Do you
there.
chill with them.
Hell no.
He,
Those things are vicious, bro. They're not
yo,
tamed.
you can't.
They're not
Like,
tamed.
if you see it coming and you're about to open the gate, you go back into the car. You chill. You wait for it to go away.
Yeah, I'll
Roll up
also-
the window, bro.
No,
When you see it approaching, roll up the window. Don't be acting cute, sticking your limbs out or nothing.
and you can't even run away from that thing. But
What for?
It's gonna catch up to you.
It
Yeah,
actually
no.
hurt like a couple of people there on my side, but luckily
Makes
they were
sense.
okay.
I remember the
But
one.
I like it because like no people like tread like
Yeah, try.
wander around. That's a good way of security. But sorry, you were saying.
I remember the one night we were at the farm and we were chilling outside. It was in the dark. And yo, I kept on stressing, this thing is going to come and it's going to attack all of us. So I kept looking back the whole time praying, but it didn't come.
She seems like she's terrified of everything. Man.
I
No,
think so too.
I'm not. I'm not.
The funny thing is that we were at Beyond. And she's always been the one that's like leading forward, like with all these like adventurous stuff. I was like, hey, bro, you crazy? Yeah, you what you do with my
I
cousin?
think there were ghosts in Beyond.
The what?
Ghosts.
Nah, bro, I don't know that.
What?
I don't
A
know
lot
that.
of people that have been to Beyond say there were ghosts there.
Where?
They always come back with
Not in our
creepy
time.
stories.
Nah.
We
not
were
in
living
our
at Beyond, but there was
time.
no dead.
Never.
Oh, y'all are used to it because the ancestors vibes.
Whee! Ghost and
Sorry.
Beyond, bro.
Sorry.
Not 2014.
No.
White people call them ghosts. Y'all call them ancestors.
Nah, bro.
Never.
The scariest thing I've ever seen in Ellisdale was a cobra. What you call the king cobra? That snake. Because they told me it would kill you in like 20 minutes or something. I was like, okay, stay
I
away
think
from that.
yes.
Stay away from that.
King Cobra.
Yeah.
Freaking
It had.
Icelandic.
They had a lot
Ellisdale.
of snakes there. No, Ellisdale, not Eastland.
Yeah, they had some like
No,
gnarly
it's
snakes,
not.
crazy snakes. Like they were
Mm.
dangerous snakes.
Like very dangerous
Yeah,
snakes.
snakes don't vibe, man.
But apparently the ones from there don't spit. They're the ones that don't spit. But the Cape Cobra is the only one that spits.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's quite
Spiders also
dangerous.
The spiders there were huge.
Tom, how much time do we have? Okay. Any closing moments from you guys?
Thank you. Okay,
Anything we should know?
I should allow you one hard question before we close off. Something profound. I don't know.
Hope it's
What-
not a hard
did-
question.
No, like you wanna ask the lady. You started off
I've asked her all the inappropriate questions.
so you content with the catch up session and everything. Like you're good.
We'll
It's
vibe
been good.
again on the next one.
It's been good.
So this was an introductory what type of
Yeah. We hope to see you.
yeah.
You will, guys.
Yeah.
I won't be so scared.
Are you struggling with
Hopefully.
mental health or anything that we should know about?
I am
Bruh,
not
look at this
struggling with the
woman, bruh.
thing.
She's too happy.
That's the
She
thing.
seems
though.
like she's on
That's the
weed,
thing.
man.
Like people say, like you so happy, like you never notice until, Like people put up a good front.
But at the
Now that
beginning of the
we've-
year, I was struggling with a few things, but I'm fine now.
Oh, okay. As long as you're fine.
I'm fine.
Bro, she's got a kid.
Well, thank you
Happy
for coming
relationship.
out.
Life's good, man.
Life is good.
Except for school.
Pure stress. Yo. Course is chowing.
Yeah, like you see,
Yeah.
I want us to start approaching schools, man, about this whole mental health situation. I
Yeah.
think we need to start talking to people. But we'll get into full details about that whole situation.
Yeah.
So if y'all guys know about, well, if y'all talk to your principals and whatnot, hit us up on our DMs so we can come to your school, because
Yeah.
we really want to come and, share our thoughts about this whole situation, because this is affecting our society. And as you know, on our last episode, we talked about Brothers in Arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brothers in Arms, next week Saturday. What's the date next week Saturday? Somebody give me your date.
Wait.
Somebody.
Hold up. Next week, Saturday, is the 20th.
20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're meeting up. The time is not really confirmed yet, but we're gonna be meeting at ABC, Emelinda Baptist Church.
Where is that? Are you going to give us details?
Yeah, I'll give the
Okay.
details, and just be on the lookout for that, because as men, we are gonna meet up and talk about problems that we face as men, because we're trying to clean up the society for
Yeah.
females like yourself.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can stop being scared about marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, give us your handles, man.
Prince Hakeem, Instagram, Seem Kiza, Facebook. That's just it. Yeah, email address. That's all there on my handles. Yeah, blessings.
That's a man that's been battered.
Yeah.
Gave out his handles very quickly.
It's a routine.
Battered man.
It's a routine. It's a routine thing. No.
We know she's not on Facebook.
No, I'm not on Facebook. I'm
What
only
about your
on Instagram.
Herbalife customers and all that type
Oh,
of stuff?
yes.
Now she's like, oh yes.
So if you guys are interested in getting in shape, well, I'm the girl to come to. I'm a Herbalife distributor. So you must hit me up either on Instagram or on my number. So my number is 074 2316 586. I have a personal number and
Oh, okay.
so
that's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
So yeah, guys,
That's your business.
that is my business at the
Okay.
moment.
Okay, that's good. Because we don't want guys hitting you up and be
Yeah.
like, yo,
No, please.
Strictly
us his
business.
number.
Strictly
If you
business.
I
start,
hope that guy's not watching. Like, I finally
Yeah.
got a number.
Yeah.
I will reject. I will reject.
And I'm sure if you promote enough, we can get it through to him. You know,
Please don't.
more exposure.
Your Instagram?
My Instagram is, I think, Lily Mioli. Yeah. Lily
Lisha Mioli.
Lihle underscore Mioli, I think.
How do I know this and you don't?
Like for some reason, I just neglected all my social media.
When the tough gets
we're all
going,
on
bro.
that vibe now.
When
If
the
it
tough
wasn't
gets
for
going.
different sessions, I wouldn't be on social media either.
That's the only reason I'm on
It
Facebook,
is
to be
Lihle
honest.
underscore Mioli, yes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It's because of the podcast why I'm still on social media. So,
Yeah, man.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm L-Zee, Braylon's Finest. And as a podcast, we are Blueprint Sessions on all platforms. And follow us on SoundCloud and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
I'll
course.
start
Of
subscribing,
course,
okay.
of course.
We are getting subscribers on
And we're
each
gonna start
episode,
calling
but
out people. We're gonna start
need
calling out
thousands, man.
people. We're gonna start calling out people. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I also checked it out. You guys, we need your support. We need your support. Please, guys, come through in your numbers, in all your glory and
She's
beauty.
spazzing out.
I'm calling out my people here, man. We need that blueprint page out there.
Blueprint
Yeah.
Sessions, yes.
Yeah.
But there is the Blueprint Media, which is our company's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just gotta throw that out there.
Yeah.
That plug. That you can also follow. We are Blueprint M, the Blueprint M,
Yeah.
because our missus over there decided to change the name.
Wow.
Okay, so we are the Blueprint M on all social media platforms. Okay, it's been an awesome episode.
Thank you
I'm
for
being
having
super
me.
awkward and high fiving. Yeah, I'm gonna dab you,
boy.
bro. I'm gonna dab you.
I don't dab. It's 2018.
Thank you.
Deuces.
Deuces.